nothing, man. Like I was saying, man, Yahushua not gonna meet so-called white people as a man at this time, man. You know, other 2/3 line people, man, they got a chance to deliver him to them, man. I'm gonna get this account in Luke, then I'm gonna go to John, man. This is Luke chapter 23, starting at verse 1. And when the whole multitude of them arose and led him unto Pilate, man, they began to accuse him, saying, "We found this fellow perverting the nation and forbidden to give tribute to Caesar, saying that he himself is a Mashiach, is a Messiah, is the anointed Messiah, a king, man." And Pilate asked him, saying, "Art thou king of the Jews?" And he answered him and said, "Thou sayest right, man." Well, he was talking to Pilate, man. This time, Lord ain't finna do no talking, man. He's talking through his men right now, man. Reading out the judgment, he letting you people know, man, how he gonna come back, man. So it tell you in the book how the Lord how he gonna talk this time, man. With rebukes of fire, man. The old laser beams coming out of the chariots, man. And going back into 2 Ezra, the 13th chapter. Then said Pilate to the chief priests and to the people, "I find no fault in this man." And they were the more fierce, saying, "He stirred up the people, teaching throughout Jewry, beginning from Galilee to this place," man. Right, because see, that's why those Pharisees and Sadducees, the wicked ones of them, but they were set in their position, man. You know, the Romans let them stay in their own land, did their thing, man. They paid taxes to the Romans. Then they was used to keep the people calm, man. Just like you got these pastors today. The church is set up just to pacify people and to keep them calm, man. Teach them that love everybody, watered down doctrine, man. And when Pilate heard of Galilee, he asked whether the man was a Galilean. And as soon as he knew that he belonged to Herod's jurisdiction, he sent him to Herod, who himself also was at Jerusalem at the time, man. Right, man. Herod was a so-called white man, posing to be an Israelite, man. Just like you got the fake Jews in the land today, man. Posing to be Israelite, posing to be Jews, man. They the wicked descendants of Esau, just like Herod, man. What up, bro? And when Herod saw Yahushua, he was exceedingly glad, for he was desiring to see him of a long season, because he had heard many things of him, and he hoped to have seen some miracle done by him, man. We know Herod wasn't trying to see no miracle, man. Because we know Herod's father before him that put the hit out on Yahushua, man. We wasn't seeking to see no miracle, man. We want to see our Lord, King, and Savior, man. Right, because Herod was the king at the time, man. So Yahushua, man, contending, he felt like that was contention against his rulership, man. And we didn't want to see him for no for the miracle's sake, man. He wanted to kill him, man. Then he questioned him in many words, but he answered him nothing. Chief priests and scribes stood and vehemently accused him. Herod with his men of war set him at naught, and mocked him and arrayed him in a gorgeous robe, and sent him again to Pilate. The same day Pilate and Herod were made friends together, but before they were eminent between themselves. To show you the so-called white man always fought amongst each other there was envy between them, man, before this day, man. So you got the so-called King Herod. You got Pontius Pilate, which he was the governor of the Roman Empire, man. Two so-called white men in the papacy. And now they got our Lord and Savior amongst each other. And now all of a sudden they become friends, but before then they had enmity between each other, man. And Pilate, when he called together the chief priests and the rulers and the people, said unto them, you have brought this man unto me as one that perverted the people. Behold, I having examined him before you, have found no fault in this man, touching those things whereof you accused him. Nor yet Herod, for I sent you to him, and lo, nothing worthy of death is done unto him. I would therefore chastise him and release him, man. Right, so there you go, man. So Pilate like, look, I'm going to chastise him and release him, man. But that's how the so-called white man always operated, man. They had the system set up then, had us turned against each other, man. You know? So like that, Pilate acting like he don't got nothing to do with it, man. You know? Like y'all do y'all thing, man. But the ways had already been perverted, man. When they accepted y'all and made covenants with y'all, man. And it's John 19. Start at verse 8. And when Pilate therefore heard that saying, he was the more afraid, and went again to Now I'm starting at verse 10. Then said Pilate unto him, speakest thou not unto me? Knowest thou not that I have power to crucify thee, and have power to release thee? And Yahushua answered, thou couldst have no power at all against me, except it was given thee from above. Therefore he that delivered me unto thee have the greater sin, man. So like the Lord was telling me, you don't got no power except what was given to you from above, man. Except the Lord gave to you, man. You know? But just making that, but then like Yahushua said, he that delivered me unto thee had the greater sin, man. So that's why people, this one of the reasons why we went through slavery, man. Because what do the 2/3 of our people say? Let his blood be upon our head and our children's heads. You know? So even when the Lord come back, man, same people that denied the Lord then, they denied him there, man. They don't want to accept this true word, man. They saying Caesar is their king, Pilate is their king, man. The so-called white man is their king, man. That's what they saying, man. And they actions and they deed, man. They don't want to let go of the system, man. They want to continue to trust in Egypt and trust in the oppression, man. I'm going back to Isaiah 47. I just want to hit the point. The Lord ain't finna meet them as a man this time, man. Our people who delivered them up, the one that pierced them, you so-called white people, man. That's why Trump wants a space force now, man. That's why the so-called white man trying to build up a military space force and fight the Lord and his angels, man. Isaiah 47:3 again. It said, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen, and I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel, man. Right, the Lord of Lords is his name, man. Yahushua, the Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel, man. The Holy One of so-called Negroes and Spanish Latinos and Native Americans. Our Redeemer. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans. thou should no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. I was wroth with my people, I have polluted mine inheritance. And have given them into thy hand, thou didst show them no mercy. For the ancient has thou very heavily laid thy yoke. And thou sayest, I should be a lady forever. This is what America's saying. America's saying that right now, man. You Trump, man. I should be a lady forever, man. That's what Trump's saying right now, man. Trump saying make America great again. America don't need nobody, man. So that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it, man. So y'all ain't remember the end of what's gonna happen to y'all, man. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, as well as carelessly, that says in thy heart, I am, and none else besides me. I should not sit as a widow, neither should I know the loss of children, man. What we finna see, man. These two things should come to thee in a moment, in one day. The loss of children and widowhood, they should come upon thee in their perfection. For the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments, man. Right, man. For the multitude of thy sorceries, and the great abundance of thy enchantments, man. This place, the main sorcerer of the so-called white man, man, is all these drugs that he got out here, man. The word sorcery. In the Greek, you know, in the Hebrew, I ain't looked it up, but in the Greek it goes back to pharmakia, man. Which goes back into these pharmaceutical medicines, man. America full of people on pharmaceuticals, man. Which that's part of their main sorcery right now. Got a lot of our people blind, man. Got the man all cloudy, man. If thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me, man. So that's what America been saying the whole time, man. They trusted in, and it's under the so-called white man. They trusted in their wickedness since their youth, and they said, none seeth me, man. But now the so-called white man being exposed, man. Like I say, being exposed, man, for all the wickedness, man, that he been doing behind the scenes, man. A lot of you so-called Negroes, man. You know, they set up cancer centers. They set up different free cancer screenings, man, amongst your people, man, amongst our people, man. Don't you know, for years the doctors been lying out people, telling them they got cancer, man. Then been treating them just to get paid off it, man. Then treating them for cancer. Shit actually giving them cancer, man. But you know, chemotherapy actually helps spread cancer throughout your whole body. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it has perverted thee, man. Right, man. So the so-called white man, wisdom and his knowledge, it perverted him, man. So that's why I say his heart should melt in the midst of him, man. Here the Lord said, he have raised a perverse spirit in the midst of Egypt, man. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else besides me, man. Right. Therefore, evil shall come upon thee, and thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. And mischief shall fall upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to put it out. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. So this is what's coming. This is what's coming to America, man. Until she gonna be utterly destroyed, man. And it's gonna go into the different things, man. Stand there with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be, thou shalt be able to profit, if so be, thou mayest prevail, man. So like it was saying, man, the heart of Egypt have melted in the midst thereof, the Lord have destroyed the counsel thereof. I say now they're going to seek to their familiar spirits, into their wizards, but they ain't going to get no answer, man. Because the Lord let them, he controlled those demons, man. So it was a certain amount of time that he let you so-called white people rule, man, that you been consulting different demons and stuff, man. You know, and they been guiding you the whole way, man. But now the Lord taking that out your hand, man. The Lord used them same demons to deceive you, man. That's why I always see Trump, man. He throwing up all them different signs and symbols everywhere he go, man. Cause he believe in them enchantments, man. You know. Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels. So now the so-called white man wearied in the multitude of his counsels, man. He don't know what to do, man. You know? They don't know what to do, man. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, and the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that should come upon thee, man. Right, man. Behold, they should be as stubble, and the fire should burn them. They should not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There should not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto thee, right, whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth, man. So that word merchants goes into traders, man. So all the people that you've been trading with, man, they're gonna be this, they're gonna be unto thee, they're gonna be this unto thee, man. So all you hear about now is the trade wars, man, with China, man. You know? The trade wars with Russia, man. Russia dumping the dollar now, man. They should wander everyone to his quarter, and none should save thee, man. Even American allies, man. The EU, Canada, man, all these American allies, everybody finna wander to their own quarter, and none should save thee, man. Because America talking noise, man. Which I'm gonna get that in Daniel the 7th chapter, man. Because this is what we see, man. We see a kingdom crumbling before our eyes, man. But it's all in the process of time, man. Like the scripture said, man. There should be uproars of the people and all that, man. And that's what you see right now, man. Daniel chapter 7, and I'm gonna start at verse 15, man. I ain't gonna read the whole. I ain't gonna start at 1, man. I started at verse 1, man. And in the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and a vision of his head upon his bed. Then he wrote the dream and told the sums of the matters. Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, and beheld, the four winds of heaven strove upon the great sea. And four great beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another. The first was like a lion, it had eagle's wings, man. So this represents the Assyrian Babylonian Empire, man. Which the Assyrians was first, man. Then the Babylonians came, man. And I beheld to the wings there was plucked, which going to the Assyrians, man. And it was lifted up from the earth, and man, it made to stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it. Which let you know, this vision Daniel saw, which represents different kingdoms on the earth, man. And I'm going to go through the four kingdoms, man, until they go into when America came into power, man. The virgin daughter of Babylon came into rulership, man. And behold, another beast, a second, like unto a bear. And it raised up on one side. And it raised up on one side, man. Why? Because this is the Medo-Persian Empire, man. But the Persians were stronger than the Medes, man. And it was raised up on one side, man. So this going into, like I said, I'm going to the four kingdoms, man. The vision that Daniel saw, man. You know, the four kingdoms that ruled upon the earth, man. This is when we these kingdoms that rule, man. This is these going to Zechariah the 1st chapter. These are nations, the Gentile nations that scattered our people, man. This is how our people got scattered, man. This is how we became strangers. This is how we became Gentiles, man. In the midst of all this scattering, man. But it's gonna show you, man, how when the so-called white man took power, man, he had no mercy upon us at all, man. He tried to beat our hair. He tried to discontinue us from our heritage forever and for good, man. Because through the spirit, in his spirit, man, he had that same mainframe that Esau had in Genesis the 27th chapter, man. He was like, my father is at hand to die. And when he died, he gonna slay his brother Jacob, man. You know? And it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it, man. And why? Because the 3 kingdoms it devoured was Lydia, Babylon, and Egypt, man. This is when the Medo-Persians came into power, man. And it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it. And they said, thus unto it arise and devour much flesh. And after this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. And the beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it, man. So this represents the Greek Empire, man. Started with Alexander the Greek, man. And the 4 wings of a fowl represents the 4 generals that took over after Alexander, man. It's 4 generals, man. And after this, I saw in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. And it devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet, of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns, man. Right, man. So this represents the Roman Empire, man. The ancient Roman Empire, man. And how is it diverse from all the other beasts, man? Because during the Roman Empire, they set up a senate. No, it just wasn't given to no one man that calls shots and rule, man. They set up different, like America got today, you had to go through the Senate and Congress before you implement certain things. That's how the Roman Empire was diverse from all the other beasts, man. And just like today, that's one of the ways to prove that America is the modern day Roman Empire, man. Because they had that same system set up, man. And the 10 horns. This is the EU back then, man. Those same nations that made up the modern day Roman Empire, the 10 horns back then, man. They make up the EU right now, man, and NATO, man. And after this, and I considered the horns and beheld, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there was 3 of the horns plucked up by the roots, man. So what was that little horn, man? This represents when America started coming to power, man. The 3 horns that was plucked up by the roots was France, Spain, and Britain, man, during the Revolutionary War, man. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth speaking great things, man. And ever since America came into power, man, they've been speaking great things, man. But look at Trump now, man. Look at America now with the leader they got, man. He proud as hell, and he's speaking great things, man. He acting like he don't need the 10 horns or none of that no more, man. Which is going to lead to the demise of America, man. We're gonna go into that. I'm going to that in Revelation the 17th chapter 2, man. And I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit. This going to the heavenly Father, man. Because he finna cast all these thrones down, these rulerships down, man. Because even when America go down, you got other nations think they gonna rise up out of the dust and rule, man. Like China, like Russia, man. No. Our kingdom coming, man. Whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head was like pure wool. And it's describing the heavenly Father, man. The hair of his head is like pure wool, man. And his throne was like fiery flame, and his wheels as a burning fire, man. Going to the chariots, man. A fiery stream issued and came forth before him. Thousands ministered unto him. 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. And the judgment was set and the books were open, man. So the judgment being set and the book is being open, man. And that fiery stream issued before him is those thermonuclear missiles hitting this place while the Lord on his way, man, to deliver the elect, man. To deliver his elect men, man. And I beheld then because of the voice of the great words which the horn spake. So the so-called white man speaking great words right now, man. Which mind that horn is America though, man. What Trump doing right now, man? Trump like it's America or nothing else, man. So this is what's going on right now, man. This prophecy being fulfilled, man. And I beheld, even till the beast was slain and his body destroyed and given to the burning flame, man. So the beast represents NATO as a whole, man. But who run NATO? The so-called white man, man. His body gonna be given to the flame with those thermonuclear missiles, man. As concerning the rest of the beasts, they had their dominion taken away, yet their lives were prolonged for a season in their time, man. And I saw in the night vision, and behold, one like unto the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him, man. So he's going to the Lord and Savior Yahushua, man. And there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom, and that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which should not pass away, and his kingdom that which should not be destroyed. Right, man. So America is not the kingdom of heaven, man. America is that great kingdom in Revelation the 18th chapter that's going to be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction, man. So this is what's coming, man. This is what our people have to know and understand in order to be saved, man. You got to have the knowledge of salvation in order to be saved from this thermonuclear war, from the famine that's coming, man. From the pestilence and plagues that's coming to this place, man. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which should not pass away, and his kingdom that should not be destroyed. What up with it, man? What's up, buddy? I, Daniel, was grieved in my spirit, in the midst of my body, and the visions of my head troubled me. And I came near unto one of them that stood by and asked him the truth of all this. So he told me and made me know the interpretations of the things. These great beasts, which are four kings which shall arise out of the earth. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever, man. So the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man, we're going to have to take the kingdom, man. The kingdom not going to be given to us, man. So we're going to have to put in work, man. Right now we're putting in that spiritual work, man. You know? But eventually we're going to have to take the kingdom, man. Through the power, the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. Then I would know the truth of the fourth beast, which was diverse from all the others, exceedingly dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which devoured, break in pieces, and stamped the residue with his feet. Right, so Daniel stripped right to the fourth beast, man, because it was dreadful and terrible, man. And devoured, like I said, devoured all the other beasts with his feet, man. And of the 10 horns that were in his head, as of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn had eyes, and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellow. And that's going into America, man. And who's speaking great and prideful things right now? America through Trump, man. Through Trump, man. They say his look was more stouter than his fellas, man. And America's look is more stouter than his fellas, man. Because America got the most mightiest military out of all the EU nations, man. Out of NATO, man. But America is going to realize something. They'll do nothing without your allies, man. Those different allied nations don't let you use their air bases and their lands, man. You can't run rapid throughout the earth like you've been doing, man. And they gonna show you that, man. And I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them, man. And America did make war with these people and prevailed against us, man. The same horn, man. Look at our people now, man. The same horn prevailed against us, man. So, for our people, man, you never supposed. 4th of July was like 2 weeks ago, man. You ain't supposed to be celebrating on 4th of July, man. That's when America so declared their independence, man. As a nation, man, but you was a slave, man. You ain't had no independence, man. You was a slave, man. Yahweh Shai didn't give us their independence, man. We gonna have to take the kingdom, no, man. I beheld, and that same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them, man. So that same horn been warring against us ever since, man. And it prevailed, man. Going to Isaiah 47, the Lord said he gave us into their hands, though, man. That's how y'all prevailed, man. You know? Deuteronomy 32nd chapter, man. How could one chase 1,000 unless they rock have given them up, man? I beheld, and that same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them until the Ancient of Days came, and the judgment was given to the saints of the Most High, and the time that the saints possess the kingdom, man. So this is the time that we coming into now, man. The time coming up is when we finna possess the kingdom, man. We finna have our own kingdom, man. The so-called white man ain't finna be ruling over us, man. You know? Got our people deceived, man. Got our people into all different type of his philosophies, man. Greek fraternities, man. Masonry, Christianity, man. All that's BS, man. That ain't your heritage. That ain't your culture, man. You an Israelite, man. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms. It should devour the whole earth and tread it down and break it in pieces, man. And America is the modern day Roman Empire, man. Which is deadly wound was here, which I'm going to get there. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them, and he shall then be first from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings, talking about America, man. And he shall speak great words against the Most High. It shall wear out the saints of the Most High. And that's what's wrong with our people, man. Our people worn out, man. Look around you, man. Like the scripture say, man, you got the leaders of our people, they hear the hurt of the daughter of our people by saying peace, peace. When there is no peace, man. He shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. And they is speaking great words against the Most High, man, by their actions, man. Look at the legislation and the laws they make, man, for homosexuals, for lesbians, man. You know? And think to change times and laws. The so-called white man did change times and laws, man. Telling you the day started at midnight now, man. He changed the Sabbath law, man. Got this fucking cracker, man, walking around here with this fucking K9 dog, man, like this shit a game, man. Changed the Sabbath, man. Got daylight saving times, man. added extra days to the month, man. Then that word laws, man, they say needs to change the laws, man. The word laws goes into God's laws, man. We look it up, man. They shall be given into his hands to a times time and dividing of time, man. So we was given into his hand, man, from approximately like 1620s into the 1970s, man. Because we fell away from our heritage, man. We fell away from the truth. And we were giving it to his hand, man. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and destroy it unto the end. Right, man. But like I said, we should be giving it to his hand to a time, dividing the time. Get the precept on this, man. This is Revelation chapter 11, starting at verse 8. Their dead bodies shall lie in the street of that great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified, man. And that great city is America, man. This is modern day Egypt and Sodom, man. Look at what you got going around here, man. This land is full of homosexuals and dykes, man, and lesbians, man. Then the Lord destroy Sodom and Gomorrah for that. He gonna rain down fire up on America, man. And they say where our Lord was crucified, man. The word crucified goes in the harshly criticized cross out, man. And this the main landing place where that's taking place at, man. They put up a white image of Jesus, man, which the Lord was a dark-skinned man with woolly hair, man. Then they make then the so-called white man make his own laws, statutes, and commandments, man. And they of the people, kindreds, tongues, and nations should see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and should not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves, man. So this is us giving it to his hands for a time and a half a time, man, which represents 350 years, man. But they ain't allowed dead bodies to be put in graves, man. When the so-called white man took us as slaves, man, and beat our heritage out of us, after they let the chains off, they ain't tell you was the Israelites, man. They ain't tell us we was the chosen people of God, man. No, man. And the other nations didn't either, man. So now it's time for America to pay and the other nations, man. And if you're a Negro, a Hispanic, Latino, or Native American Indian, you the Israelites, man. You the chosen people of the Lord, man. You the people who the Lord died for and gonna come back to save, man. Nobody else. The Lord ain't coming back to save the white man. He ain't coming back to save the Chinese man, the Japanese man, because all these people ruling right now, man. They in their rulership, man. They all took part in the slave trade, man. And as far as the Latinos and Hispanics, they put y'all as slaves before they put us as slaves, man. They came to this side of the world first, man. Put smallpox in y'all villages, man. We're killing the women and the children, you know. So eventually, right?
Keep going, man.
Okay. Right. So the Latino, Hispanic, Native Americans, and the Negroes, we brothers and sisters, man. Nobody else are our brothers and sisters, man. They that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth. Right. The two prophets represent the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom, man. The Latino, Hispanics, and Native American Indian tribes and the Negro tribes, man. Haitian, West Indians, and you Negroes, man. Right, man. But when we was giving it to their hands for a time and a son of a time, because the white man, he was the leader of it all, man. But going back into Psalms 83, they said the tabernacles of Edom, and then they named all the other nations who was allied with them, man. So they sent gifts one to another, man. But guess what? After 3 days and a half, the Spirit of the Most High entered into us, man. So starting in the late 60s, the Lord started to spring truth back upon the earth again, man. And that Spirit started to enter into the so-called Negro, Hispanic, Latino, and Native American man. We started to receive this truth again, man. We started to come back to our heritage, come back to our culture, man. If they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them, which saw them, man. Right, man. And that great fear falling upon all these nations. Because now, man, they see our people coming back to the truth, man. Their life entered into us, man. You ain't no African American. You ain't no Hispanic or Latino. You ain't no Native American Indian, man. We the Israelites according to the Bible, man. We God's chosen people, man. Why you think every kingdom that took us into captivity became the superpower of the world, man? Starting with the Babylonians, starting with the Medo-Persian Empire, starting with the Greek Empire and the Roman Empire, man. Then it transferred into America, man. This is how America became the greatest nation on earth, man. Because it had the greatest people on earth subdued under them, man.
Hey, bro.
Huh?
Wait a minute. The 12 tribes of Israel.
Right.
One man and one woman had 12 children.
Well, it was more than one woman. You know, Jacob had 2 wives, had Jacob and Leah. Then they ended up giving him, both of them ended up giving him his handmaid. So he had 4 wives.
Okay.
Go ahead. You go ahead, though.
Well, I'm just saying.
Go ahead.
Now, Benjamin was West Indian, right?
Right.
Who was the mama?
Who was the mama of who? Benjamin?
Yeah.
I get it for you right quick.
Her name was Rachel.
It was Rachel then. Okay, go ahead. It was Rachel. So, like I say, you had Leah.
She wasn't West Indian?
Huh?
She wasn't West Indian?
No.
These,
see, West Indian is the name the so-called white man gave it.
But no.
These are, listen there. These are names, see, I got the modern day names today, but I got the names.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You got the names right now. The Levites.
Right.
They were the priests, right?
That's the tribe Moses and Aaron came from.
Okay. But they were what? Haitians.
Yeah, the so-called Haitians. That's how the Haitians. See, the Haitians were heavy in the sacrifices, right? They held all the sacrifices of the temple and everything. That's why. See, the Haitians started doing it on the left. Let me finish. The Haitians started doing it on the left-hand side. That's why the Haitians so heavily into that voodoo and stuff now. You know, because they handled all the sacrifices of the temple and everything. And they went from the right-hand side of doing the sacrifices. They started using it on the left-hand side. You know? Go ahead.
I'm talking about Benjamin.
Okay, you had went to the Haitians.
How many? Benjamin's mama was Rachel.
If I'm not mistaken, I can find it. I can pull it up real quick.
How many children did Rachel have?
I can pull it. How many did she have?
She had 2.
Okay. Well, I ain't getting the direct number, but like I said, but I can go in the Bible and get it. But
wait a minute. Where is the tribe of Joseph?
That's Ephraim. Remember when Joseph died, right? Before he had 2 sons in when he was in Egypt. He had Ephraim and he had Manasseh.
Manasseh.
Right.
Now, they didn't have the same. Ephraim and Manasseh didn't have the same mama.
Yeah, they had the same mother.
I can't. One of them be Puerto Rican and the other be Guatemalan.
Which they not Puerto Rican. That's like I said. That's the name. That's the lands they living in today. That's the name of so. Yeah, see, that's the
That's
name.
the land they live in.
Yeah, see, that's the.
So Judah is living in the land of Negro.
No,
Where did Negro come from?
the so-called white man gave us that name. Like I said, these the names that the so-called white man gave us.
What?
These the names that the Lord named us. Each one of those names
All right,
give you something.
let me tell you something.
Tell me.
A Negro. Do you know what a Negro?
But it's so-called Negro. We not Negroes. That's why I say so-called. The word
But
Negro,
what does Negro mean?
it goes back into depth if you really want to look it up. A black.
No, Negro means a nigger trying to grow into a white man. That's why it said Negro. See,
Okay.
all of us, so far as the white man was concerned, are called niggers. And one that tried to be somebody became a Negro because he acted right. He was a nigger growing into something.
Yeah, well, if that you know, we can go into the origin of the word,
Well,
which
I'm
it basically goes back into depth. Now, if that's what the so-called white man was meaning by it, but see, the point I'm making is, these names really, I got these names right here so that we can understand who the people are today. We not studying about these names. It's all about this name.
Well, no.
It's all about Judah, Benjamin, Levi, the biblical names that the Lord gave us.
Actually, it's all about Jesus Christ.
And that's what I'm saying. He died for these people.
What tribe was Jesus?
He came from the tribe of Judah.
One of his parents was the tribe of Judah. Which one?
Both of his parents were from the tribe of Judah. Joseph and Mary was from the tribe of Judah.
That's not true.
It is true. Which
She
I'ma say
was
this.
from Benjamin.
Which I'ma say this. It's all about
Joseph was from Judah.
It's all about.
She was from Benjamin.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say this.
That's what the Bible says.
I'm gonna say this, Papa.
I mean,
It's all about this. It's all about the land your father come from. It don't matter the land. The seed come through the man. So it don't matter what seed your mother is.
Okay.
Just like a so-called black man can have a baby by a white woman today, the child will be a so-called Negro. It ain't gonna be white. If a so-called white man have a child by the black woman, that child is gonna be a so-called Caucasian, which is an Edomite according to the Bible.
no.
The land.
1/8.
That's the.
1/8.
But
If they got 1/8, they niggers.
that's what the so-called
It
white
don't
man
make no
told
difference
you.
whether it was white or black.
But see,
So the seed don't make no difference to America.
that's to America. But according to the Lord, seed go through your fatherland, and
That's
we know
correct.
that, right? So we not dealing with.
Well, who named them these different names on this side?
We know who named them these
Who?
names. The so-called white man gave them these names.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
So
And therefore, the white man says, if you got 1/8 black blood in you, I don't care whether your mama's black, white, orange, green, yellow, or whatever, you're a nigga.
but that's what the white man said. We're gonna see what the Bible says. This Numbers 1, and
Is that King James?
yeah,
Okay.
Numbers 1. Let me get it for you right here.
No, I ain't got no problem with your message. But, you know, you got to
This Numbers 1. It's Numbers 1 and start at verse 17.
What is that?
And start at verse 16. These were the renown of the congregation, the princes of the tribes of their fathers, heads of the thousands in Israel. And Moses and Aaron took these men, which are expressed by their names, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the houses of their fathers.
Okay.
So that's what they declared their pedigrees by their families out the houses of
I
their
ain't heard
fathers.
nothing about no Negro.
No, but what we going into is you was trying to say how America say you got 1/8 blood of Negro, you a Negro. That's a lie. It's all about where the seed. It's all about whoever planted that seed.
Well,
Let me finish the scripture though. By the houses of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, by their poles. So that's how you declare But
How who declared?
the Lord, that's how the Lord declared. Get what America said, because we know we go by America. They tell us, they say we 3/5 of a man. If we go by what the so-called white man say, he got on books. The so-called Negro 3/5 of a man. So we know we can't go by what he say. We got to go according to what the scriptures say.
And the scriptures say, how come Jesus Christ, how come Christians, how come God like white folks or Israel so much? And since Judah was a Negro, how come God don't like Negroes as much as he like Caucasians or whatever?
Who said that?
I'm just asking.
Why? Because of the condition we in now? Because of how he letting the white man rule? Who says the Lord?
God is not letting the white man rule.
He gave him rulership.
No, he didn't.
Well, we're gonna get the scripture in. We're gonna see. We're gonna go all according to the scripture.
Satan is the master of this world, and he don't give a shit what color you are. He's gonna try to ruin you.
But God controls Satan.
Yes.
Yeah.
But God gives Satan free reign of the earth.
Right.
Satan can't do nothing.
Unless he get permission from God.
Right. Now, have you ever read the book of Job?
I'm in Job right now. This Job 9:24. Right, when it said in Job 1, when it said the sons of the Most High, they was all taking counsel, and Satan came with him. And he asked him where he been. He said he been to and fro throughout the earth. Doing what he do. Then the Lord like, you consider my servant Job? And he was like, yeah. So which shows you that Satan can't do nothing without the consent of the Heavenly Father.
Is that King James?
Yeah, it's King James.
Okay,
King James.
Give me Psalm 121.
Okay, I'm going to get Job 9:24 first. Let me get Job. He said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So the earth given into the hand of the wicked. Who gave the earth into the hand of the wicked?
God.
Right. Who is the wicked?
Whoever ain't doing according to God.
That's right, but who is the wicked manifestation on earth? The so-called white man. See, yeah. See,
hey,
that's another thing.
Wait a minute. There are no black people that is evil.
Of course they are. Of course they are. They learn the ways of the so-called white man.
They wicked.
So that's what I'm saying. Hey, but my message is to the elect of these people. But one thing you got to realize, who ways did we learn? We learned the ways of the so-called white man and the other nations.
Why did we learn the white man's ways as opposed to our own ways?
In slavery, he beat it out of us. You ought to know that, Pops.
But that's America.
Pops, how old are you, though?
82.
Right, so I know you should. Well,
wait a minute, that's America.
Who controls America?
White man.
Right. Who controls the word? Who controls it? Who controls the word? Who military might controls the word? What's the top #1 economy in the world? America. The white man.
That's the economy.
Yeah.
That's the economy. And the economy.
Who had the answer to the so-called white man, though? Every nation on earth.
The economy is based on economics. It ain't based on your color. Now, they got a thing called the MAFIA. They are Caucasian. They run America.
Okay. But they don't got no power over this. They run the world. But guess what? They kingdom finna end. That's what I'm out here telling our people. The Lord finna restore the kingdom, because these the only people the Lord died for. The Lord ain't died for no white man. He ain't died for the Chinese, the Japanese, none of that.
Who did he die for?
He died for the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native Americans. He died for his people. Which I'm going to finish this scripture.
Wait a minute. Out of all the people on earth,
yeah,
how many of them did God not know?
Made all of them.
That's right.